Well, greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical. Hope you guys are all doing well and good. I'm going to talk about a couple of issues today. First, I'm going to combine them. I want to talk a little bit about Justice Scalia, his death. Then I want to talk about Fox News. Now, it's interesting, when the news broke on the radio that Scalia had died, my very first intuition was not that, was that there's foul play involved. Likely. And it wasn't because I'm a smart guy, it's just because he's a Supreme Court justice. And anytime they die, somebody with that kind of importance and effect on society and on the world dies, I get suspicious. Especially under this regime. So I pulled out my phone, I got on Twitter, I tweeted out something like, I don't have all the evidence yet, but my instincts tell me, he wouldn't be the first person to disappear in the shadow of people like Hillary Clinton. Just ask Vince Foster. Oh, you can't, that's right, he's dead. On Twitter, I was immediately just completely carpet bombed by liberals and socialists, and this guy's got his tinfoil hat on, and ha ha ha. Well, it wasn't very long before I started hearing it on Michael Savage and on the radio. Different people started putting two and two together, and my first thought was ricin. Because, as those of you that are awake know, ricin is easily found, easily deployed, very hard to detect, and it makes the death look like natural causes, i.e. heart failure. So here we got, a Supreme Court justice on a hunting trip. I don't know all the details, but he's on a hunting trip and he's found dead with, I think, a pillow over his face. It's possible he sleeps that way. I do that. But what's surprising or not surprising to me is natural causes. I think the person who made that determination did it via telephone, and so there'll be no autopsy. How the fuck does a Supreme Court justice die while on a hunting trip and authorities not conduct a thorough autopsy and investigation? Just by the mere fact of who he is, his status alone makes his death, any method of his death, suspicious, and it bears looking into. But here again, we're dealing with a regime and people trying to get in charge, and people that are in charge that have a tendency to make opponents disappear. Anybody heard anything from Obama's grandmother? Anybody from the white side of his family? Are they even still alive, or did they all fucking die in bed with pillows over their faces? I don't know. So yeah, these are interesting times, and Obama's going to force whoever he wants into Scalia's place. I don't trust the Republicans to put up any kind of a fight. And we move 10 steps further toward the destruction of America from within. We gave these people power. This is what's happening. This is our fault. Collectively, it's our fault. So on to Fox News. Now, the disclaimer I'm going to give you is I don't think, never have thought, that Fox News was the end-all be-all in unbiased news. I said before, I watch them all. I watch CNN. I listen to the BBC, Russian television. I listen to all of them. MSNBC, because it's good to hear what the enemies are saying. But this is really for people who believe that Fox News is above board. Yes, they have really good looking girls. I'll grant them that. And Dana Perino actually responded to a tweet I made once, and I was all giddy like a schoolboy. Oh, Dana Perino responded to my tweet. I'm awesome. What's her name? The Greek girl. I mean, these are beautiful women, man, and that's not an accident. Keeps me focused on Fox. Getting windy. I hope you can hear me. Fox News has an uncanny ability and habit of refusing to state the obvious. They are no better than Obama's refusal to use the term Islamic terrorism. He's protecting his Muslim family, and Fox is, I don't know what the fuck they're protecting, if they're getting paid off, if they're a false opposition to the liberal news. This train's getting louder. I'm gonna have to keep on talking louder and louder. Hang on, let me let it pass. Well, I'm back. It's like 3 trains later. No trains come through here till I hit record, and then it's like I'm in a fucking rail yard. I'm a victim. Somebody owes me something. Anyways, Fox. So, in spite of all their good-looking women, and now here comes a guy walking his dog. Oh shit! I'll be back. God damn it. Now let's try it again. Are you You can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. Fucking start carrying an RPG with me. Anyways, so Fox has all these hot chicks. That's great. But when you listen to what they're saying, all of them, the Fox people, the 5, their guests, they bring up the subjects that you and I are concerned with. Like, for example, they'll talk, and I haven't watched for a few days because I'm really changing my whole, it's all I can do to stomach any of the news that's offered. Because it's like driving with your foot on the brakes. They bring up this mystery as to why Obama does what he does or doesn't do what he should be doing in terms of, counterterrorism and authorizing people to do what needs to be done, get rid of ISIS, actions in Syria, whatnot. And they'll go round and round, and they'll have all these semi-important guests on. General, don't you think that if Obama would just simply mouth the words Muslim extremist, that, people would have more faith in him? Well, Dana, that's a really good point, but, all of us know that not all Muslims are bad people. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of them. A whole lot of them. They're everywhere. Everywhere you look, there are Muslims that are good people, and they're good Americans, and where's the answer to the question? Why don't you cocksuckers at Fox? Why don't you people speak the fucking truth? I'm sorry I've been forced to interrupt this video with news that will not shock or surprise you. But it makes me want to rip my own lungs out in disgust. Fox News has done it again. As I'm uploading the video you are watching, they proceed to talk about a story you may have heard about the United States Marine who was a decorated hero in the battle for Fallujah during the invasion of Iraq, one of the most unbelievable battles of that war, where we sadly lost many Marines. And this young Marine, sitting in a McDonald's somewhere, was approached by, as Fox put it, a group of men who ultimately asked him if Black Lives Matter to him, and then proceeded to knock him unconscious and steal his money and his wallet and everything else. Not only did they never describe these men as we know they are,
But the gutless cockbiters at Fox actually had the faces of these black thugs blurred out, as they literally said, because this is how stupid they are. Well, this surveillance video is a little bit poor, but perhaps one of the suspect's friends will recognize them. And their faces were blurred out. You hypocrites. You hypocrites. Can you imagine if a group of white men approached a black man in a McDonald's and, as a matter of courtesy, reached over and popped a pimple on his head? Can you imagine the rage? As the media, Fox included, couldn't wait to say that this group of white men heartlessly popped a pimple on this poor African American's head. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the hypocrisy. I'm sick of the bullshit and the double standards. Now, Fox, get it together. And America, stop putting up with this bullshit. Now, back to the original video. Fuck you.
Instead of acting like you're fucking Perestroika or whatever the fucking Russia newspaper is. Was that even a newspaper or was that an action? I don't know. The thing is, everybody on Earth knows that Fox is avoiding the obvious. Obama, his team of fucking cretins, are pro-Muslim sympathizers, and we've got them in our goddamn White House. That's the reality. That's not the reality I want. It's not the pretty picture that people want. But reality is reality. You can call a turd a rose all day long, but I defy you to sniff it and then tell me how good it smells. These people avoid reality. They'll sit there and say, well, it's really odd. And I'm just guessing because I don't know. I haven't heard their opinions on this, on Scalia. But they would say something like, yeah, it's really strange that there's no autopsy. Well, why don't you fucking rephrase that comment and say, all of you watching us need to call the involved law enforcement and demand an autopsy. The Supreme Court judges are our judges. They work for us. I don't give a fuck if they have lifetime appointments or not. And one of them, who just happened to be a conservative during an election, has died on a hunting trip, and he was perfectly healthy the day before. Well, there could be an underlying heart. Well, then find out. You cut that motherfucker open, you rip his heart out, and you fucking start looking at it under a goddamn microscope. Fox does no good for this country. What they are is they're like they're like, what is that shit called when you get a placebo? They're like a sugar pill, man, when you're supposed to be taking fucking anti-cancer pills. They taste good, but they do nothing for you. That's Fox. So if any of you fucksticks are watching, and that's why I put Fox in the title, because, you know, anybody that wants a television career is a very narcissistic fucker anyways. And, you know, me too. You know, I like being on camera because I'm so goddamn handsome. But think about it. Anybody that wants to be up in front of a lot of people, they're a strange breed. So they may just be surfing YouTube and go, hey, I wonder what this cocksucker has to say about how awesome we are. Well, I'm going to tell you guys this, you Fox bastards. You don't do anybody any favors by avoiding issues. You skirt right up next to them, and then you never draw a conclusion. Well, we're not supposed to draw a conclusion. We're supposed to report the news. Everybody in the media draws conclusions. That's how the left puts these cocksuckers in office. Okay? I'm sure that you people, the Fox people, don't want Obama in office. But man, they walk on fucking eggshells to not say the obvious. They're looking at this naked fucking emperor and they refuse to say that he has no clothes on. That is unbelievable. You lose the fucking media, you lose the country. And we are being attacked from within by many fronts. The socialist, commie cocksuckers that have taken over our higher learning education systems and our lower education systems. I'm walking in 10 feet of fucking mud right now, and I'm slip sliding away. Look at this. This is the kind of fucking dangers I put myself in to bring you fucking people reality. See what I mean? It's all about me. But yeah, so what do you guys think, man? I mean, two things, man. Am I totally nuts because I think there's a very good chance that one of our Supreme Court justices was murdered by these assholes these infiltrators on the left? Am I nuts? And what do you think about Fox News? And here comes another fucking train. How do 30 fucking trains drive on the same fucking track in both directions at the same time? I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Stop the trains. Stop the trains. LMS Tactical, I'm out.